Okay, picture this. It's October 2017. Elon Musk is at the Gigafactory, and things are not good. Tesla, this absolute darling of the tech and auto worlds, is staring into the abyss. The company is facing a crisis so huge it could literally burn the whole dream to the ground.
So what in the world was going so wrong? Let's get right into it and explore the heart of the problem.
You know, just a few months earlier, Musk himself had put out this really stark warning. And boy, was he right. He knew that ramping up production for their new mass-market car, the Model 3, was gonna be tough. But calling it hell, well, that turned out to be a massive understatement.
And here's where that warning smacked right into reality. The company promised investors, promised the world, that they'd build 1,500 Model 3s in the third quarter. What did they actually deliver? A disastrous 260. I mean, they weren't just missing the mark, they were in a completely different time zone.
Now here's the really wild part. At the exact same time that Tesla was failing, and failing badly, to build cars, Wall Street had the company valued at an insane $60 billion. That actually made it the most valuable car maker in America, worth more than giants like GM and Ford, who were churning out millions of cars. The pressure was just unbelievable. So you have to ask, right? How did Tesla even get into this high-stakes, high-pressure situation? Well, to really get the crisis, you have to understand the unbelievably audacious vision that was driving the whole thing. It all started way back in 2006, with what Musk called his secret master plan. The logic was pretty simple, but also incredibly bold. Start with a super expensive, low-volume sports car, that was the Roadster, and then use the profits from that to fund the next cheaper car, and so on, all while building a green energy business on the side. Okay, now fast forward 10 years. That original vision? It just exploded. Master Plan Part 2 went way, way beyond just making cars. Now we're talking about a whole sustainable energy ecosystem. Solar roofs powering your house, self-driving cars that could make you money as robo-taxis, and the Model 3 was the absolute key to making this incredible future happen. So who is the person pushing this vision forward with such a relentless and, sometimes chaotic energy?
Well, Elon Musk's journey is just this series of huge bets and often huge rewards. I mean, from co-founding PayPal to then running a car company, a rocket company, and a solar company all at the same time. His entire career was built on tackling engineering and business problems that most people would just say are impossible.
And this right here really gets to his core motivation. He doesn't see himself as just another CEO. He sees himself as an engineer on a mission to solve humanity's biggest challenges, whether that's climate change or even making us a multiplanetary species. This mindset, it explains everything about his willingness to risk it all on these crazy plans.
All right, so let's shift gears and look at the competitive landscape. How did this high-flying, mission-driven tech company actually stack up against the old-school titans of the auto industry?
This chart shows you the huge disconnect. In 2016, a company like GM made almost 10 million vehicles, and Tesla, about 76,000. That's less than 1% of GM's output, and yet investors value Tesla more. This was purely a bet on what Tesla's grand plan promised it could become, not what it actually was.
But here's the thing. The giants were finally waking up. GM was rolling out the Chevy Bolt, a direct shot at the Model 3. Ford and Toyota were pouring billions into their own electric cars. And let's not forget, Nissan's Leaf was already the best-selling EV on the planet. The clock was ticking, and that window for Tesla to completely own the market was starting to close.
And that brings us right back to the crisis in the fall of 2017. You had this grand vision, you had the competition breathing down their necks, and it all created this perfect storm of pressure, leading to a set of immediate life-or-death challenges. Musk and Tesla weren't just fighting one fire. The whole building was engulfed in flames. They had to fix the factory, figure out how to actually make money on the car, perfect their self-driving tech, keep people buying cars as government credits were drying up, and, this is a big one, avoid the terrible quality control problems that had haunted their earlier cars. Seriously, any one of these could have sunk the entire company. So this was it, the ultimate stress test. You've got hundreds of thousands of pre-orders, a multi-billion-dollar valuation, and the entire auto industry watching your every move. The question wasn't just, can Tesla fix a production line? It was much bigger. It was, can this audacious, world-changing vision actually survive a head-on collision with reality? Could they really escape manufacturing hell?